Evet arkadaşlar, devam ediyoruz kaldığımız yerden. Evet, savaş atı, derin gümüş, deep silver, derin gümüş mü demek acaba? Gümüş madenciliği yapılıyor. Evet. Evet, neredeyiz? Bakalım arkadaşlar. Nerede kaldık? Dağın başında kalmışım gibi duruyor sanki. Şimdi ne diyor? Kayıp belgeyi komutana götür diyor. Vay baban kemine. Ha, hatırladım, tamam. Jana kampta ne olduğunu öğren. Bunu yapacağız sonra. Bak şu kırmızı olmuş, güzel olmuş ama şu. Baboş. Baboş da niye kırmızıyım ben ya acaba? Yalnız gece oldu değil mi? Gece geldim ben buraya. Şu adamları arbalet atıp düşüremiyor muyum acaba ya? Diplerini arbaletle koparamıyor muyum acaba? Hello brother.
You silly doggy.
Evet.
What? Fuck me.
Ne gece ama. Saat kaç şu an bakalım? 22 saat şu an. Hacılar ne yapıyorsunuz? Kıyafetleriniz bayağı güzel ha. İş yapıyor. Bir dakika, burada bir tane görev mi var? Bir tane B görevi var burada. Ha. Oo. Şimdi aslında bu adama gidebilirim biraz zaman geçirsem şurada. Herkes uyuyunca geçebilirim belki şurada.
Üdvözlet!
Değil mi? Bu çakallar uyumuyor mu acaba hiç ya? Şurada otursam mesela. T. Sen şöyle bir otursam.
Sod off!
Evet.
Fenébe! Nem érek rá egész nap!
Bu çakallar uyumuyorlar galiba. O zaman biraz daha oturalım bakalım şurada. Schnaps. Saat 3:30 oldu. Abi hala mı nöbet tutuyorlar acaba?
You silly doggy!
Nasıl gireceğim bilmiyorum ki, oraya nasıl gireceğim artık hiç aklıma bir fikir gelmedi aklıma açıkçası.
Imádkozz, bocsadék!
Dövüş eden manyaklar var. Sana yemek vereyim mi?
Here,
Sana?
mate.
Al mat, ye bakalım.
Akadjon a torkodon! És ennyi volt.
Oraya girmek
bu çatı bul. İşte rotanum.
Save edeyim oyunu, bir deneyeyim bakalım yapabilecek miyim?
What in the devil are you doing here?
Are you Sir Peter of Sukadleski?
No, I'm not. I'm Hinek of Hobza.
Oh, Sakra. I'll have to keep looking.
Wait! That name sounds familiar, though. But I'm as hungry as a wolf. If you bring me some food, I'll tell you what I know about him.
Şeyler buldum.
I happen to have something to eat with me.
Show me what it is. Finally, a decent bit of food. Even the dogs here eat better than I do.
So, tell me what you know about Peter.
There was someone else here with me, also a knight. But whether he's this Peter of yours, I don't know.
Where is he now?
With the Lord.
You mean he's dead?
Aye, a few days ago it was.
Ana.
Well, if it was Peter of Sukadleski, I'm in serious trouble. You really don't remember his name? He must have introduced himself to you.
Him? Not a chance. He was fading fast when they brought him in. He was in pain and barely said half a dozen words. When he began to be delirious, I knew it wouldn't end well.
I have to find him. What did they do with the body?
They took it away. I heard them say they got hold of a cart to haul the corpse away.
Where do they want to take him?
How am I supposed to know? Away, as quick as possible. No matter what killed him, they don't want word getting out. They're even treating me as if I'll croak at any moment.
Sorry to hear that, but could you get to the point?
The carts are down by the horses. I hope you'll excuse me for not accompanying you.
That's not good news. What's going to happen to you?
I'm waiting to be exchanged. My honourable jailer has demanded a large sum of money, and on top of that, the hand of my sister. I had no idea I was worth so much. I hope my wife appreciates me more when I finally get home.
I could help you get out of here if you want.
Save your energy. My father is already on his way. He'll be here in a few days. If I take off now, I'd just make more trouble. No, I'll just sit here until they barter me off like a bushel of oats. That is, if I don't starve to death first.
I better get going now, before someone catches me here.
What now? Be quiet! We'll both be in trouble.
Beni çözemiyorum değil mi? Bir şey buldum ha.
Huh? Huh. Strange. Must be mad.
Yeah, real funny.
Tamam, oradan kaçmayı başardım. Güzel.
May God give you health, sir.
Şu adamda görevim varmış.
Oh, it's late. What do you want from me?
Well, I'm here. Should we go then?
I'm glad to hear it. But it's too late now, it's getting dark. Come back tomorrow. The sooner the better. We'll leave before noon, otherwise we'd only be in a rush.
Good day. I'm with you.
İyi artık buraya girmeme izin veriyorlar. Buraya girmem yasak normal.
Have anything to drink?
You know it is forbidden for me.
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Yes.
My Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz? Did you find them as well?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near Lahota.
Horsons. Where are they now? What did you do with them?
Well, they're still at the sawmill, as far as I know. I managed to sneak in among them, but I didn't feel up to taking them on.
Doesn't matter. We'll send a cavalry troop after them. We'll tie the bastards behind the horses and drag them here, so everyone sees what happens when you try to get one over us. My Christ, Henry, you've made my day. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, Henry. Here, take our Waffenrock and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry found that damn document for us.
And what about the deserters?
I'll take care of them, don't you worry.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlitz?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink first. You too, Henry. Drink.
As you command, sir. To the Praggers!
Long live the Praggers. At last, I don't have to drink alone. Moose is not much of a drinking companion, see?
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
Now, why not? Let's have a game.
That's the spirit. You're a man after my own heart.
Careful, friend. Winning money of the captain is never a good idea.
Kaptanı bir yeneyim dur. Çift sayılar şunu kullanacağım. Kralın böyle. Yok bunu kullanacağım. Bir de ne kullanayım? Şu kralın üzerine şanslıları da kullanayım. 3. Bir de şey kullanacağım.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Evet, çift sayıları zarı. 6, 5, 4. Hadi be. 5, 4. 3 yok ya, tüh. Yemedi. puan alayım o zaman. Değil mi? Altlarla bir şey yapamıyorum değil mi? Yapamıyorum yani. Tamam şimdi puanla ve devam et diyelim. Beş var. Şu da yapıyormuş, bu da yapmıyor. Tamam. Devam et.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know?
Bir var. 3 var. 3'ü almıyor. Tamam o zaman puanla ve yani 300 puan yaptım.
That'll do me. Roll.
500 yaptım. Vay çakal vay. Şimdi o üçlü mü buldum? Tek bulamamışım. Puan yapayım devam edeyim. Bakayım bir bulamayacağım. Pasif gaz gelebilir. Gelmedi güzel. Ve diyorum. Biraz riske girmiş olacağım ama bir riske girelim.
If I was you, I'd take it.
Oo güzel. O zaman Q diyorum.
Damn, that's a great start.
Evet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 var. Hadi be. 5, 4, 3, 2 olsaydı çok iyiydi ya. 1 olsaydı eğer. Şu 5'i alayım devam edeyim. Bir 5 daha mı geldi? Şurası var. 150 puan. Üçlüyü aldırtmıyor ya. B diyelim.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
Bir daha geldi. Tamam. Bu çakalı yeneceğim herhalde. Çok kötü. Adama süper el geldi. Vay şerefsiz ya.
Wonderful.
I won! That's the way it's fucking
Harbiden
done.
ha, helal olsun adama.
Ah, damn it. I almost had you. Oh well, you were better, sir. That's all there is to it.
Come now, don't start blubbing. You'll get me back next time, won't you? And now for a drink.
Sabah 8'de içiyoruz onu sabah. Şimdi körp gibi sarhoş olacağız içtiğimiz için.
And so St. George hops on his white steed and he rides to the lake where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur. It's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight!" And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan.
He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tuts bezeni. Kitchen out the rest.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Will someone, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here?
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly.
Getirir
He's
mi
in plain
yapacağım?
sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Anyone in, you got it? What are your orders, Lord of Bölüm?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said, and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
We have to tell someone. Let's leave for Sedlets first thing in the morning, and let Sigismund sort it out himself.
Have you lost your fucking mind? If Sigismund finds out what happened, he'll throw us to that Cuman rabble in the hope they won't all fuck off back to Hungary. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva. You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Anything. Have a look around. Check Chertan's tent. It's the one next to the stables. Maybe you'll find some clues. Maybe you'll find the murderer himself if he's a total idiot. Fucking and drinking until they're all slaughtered. Sigismund wants us all upon it.
Good boy.
Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chertan, he went as pale as a ghost. If it wasn't for him, Chertan would have bled to death there.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No! We might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there, but before Chetan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chetan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand their gibberish, do I?
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
Track! Is there something here? Search!
Bloody hell.
Ben olsam nereye saklanırdım?
Well, well. So the watchmen were boozing instead of watching. And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to? And the lock looks scratched. Maybe someone tried to get inside without a key. Was someone trying to steal something? Or perhaps I'm not the only one who's looking to make mischief here. Oh, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that? Yeah, Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Katz to move it out of the camp somehow.
Ne biçim şey ya, kapısı yok. Kapısı olmayan. Burada bir şey var ama.
Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
The guards back there on the tower drink on duty. I found lots of wine there.
Pigs? Don't they know only the commander's allowed to drink on duty? I'll punish them. But that won't help our search. Let's hope Chertan can tell us something. Come on, let's go and see if Moose is done with him yet.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I'd like to know. Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chetan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chetan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
Isn't it possible you gave him the wrong treatment? Maybe you missed something.
I have taken care of countless wounded men. I know what I am doing. And if I say Chetan was poisoned, then he was poisoned. They must have mixed something into the wine.
What do you have wine for if you don't drink?
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough! Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chetan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else?
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chetan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir. Give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But, sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chetan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Why did you stand up for Musa like that?
I don't even know. Maybe it's because he actually listens to all my stories and bad jokes. You must have got to know him a bit by now, too, huh? It must be clear to you he didn't kill Chetan.
Well, I'd say my opinion on these things doesn't matter. You're the commander.
Of course I am. But you could answer my questions when I fucking ask you.
Well, the most important thing is to help Musa somehow, I reckon. We can't let them hang him without proof.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, aye, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Stieber of Stiebersitz in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Who is this Stieber of Stiebersitz?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. You don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
All right. How much time do we have? To find the murderer, I mean.
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to decide what to do next, which means sending the Royal Justiciar here. And how long can that take? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
Henry? What are you doing here? Grozov said...
Nah, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinge sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Bölüm arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as
Osmanlı hoş
good as I
geldin.
thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
Ne haber, nasılsın?
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
İyi be, ben de işte ne yapayım, oyun oynuyoruz.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's
Bizim
called.
Catherine'in bak,
Catherine?
şeyi var bu işte.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
Aa,
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it and the mystery is solved.
But wouldn't it be enough to search the whole camp? I don't imagine many people here keep poison on them, eh?
You would be surprised, my friend. I may not be an expert, but I know that many everyday things are actually poisonous. What is more, you cannot just run around the camp searching people and then try to figure out which of that horde is the murderer.
How can we identify the poison then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? Can't be that hard, can it?
Certainly not. Why study something for years when common sense is enough? I'm sorry. That was not courteous of me. I am sure you will manage somehow. The first thing to do is to go to Chetan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked, but I trust you will manage somehow.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right.
Evet.
Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
Bölüm, Grozov. Asma, herkes olabilir. Ya Bölüm'le Grozov olabilir mi acaba ya? Bilemedim ki.
Couldn't it have been just about anyone?
It might seem so at first glance, but not when you give it some thought. Most of the people in the camp respected Chertan. And besides, not everyone can get up to the powder store.
Well, what do you think?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozov found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this country. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me. I cannot allow that.
Tamam. Evet.
Stop, you bastard! Nobody's allowed in here.
But I'm Moose's assistant, and I need his advice. We've got lots of sick men.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but nobody's allowed to see Musa.
Huh. What are you doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. They just came and said I should guard the physician and not let him out of my sight. Even if he wants a piss, I have to go with him. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
heard someone was threatening Musa. They're afraid someone might come and cut his throat. So they thought it best to have him under guard. But you didn't hear it from me. Got that?
Mother of God! Why do I have to be the one to guard him? Am I supposed to get my throat cut for him?
Şimdi şu adama bir bakalım. Ne durumda? Bizim şeyimiz hangisi bizim eleman? Şuydu değil mi?
All right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God. Don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. I suppose the murderer surprised him and didn't give him a chance to defend himself. Ah, what a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right, but he also threw his guts up. Ah, there's no way I'm examining that. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Cherton. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Several stab wounds in the belly, all close together and very deep. The murderer definitely knew what he was doing. Though that hardly narrows down the field in an army camp. Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasms started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them? Completely rigid. Just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shot himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That'll have to do. I've found out enough. He had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Şimdi kitabı açalım. Alalım şuradan. Kitap okuyalım işte. Zehir kitabı nerede? Şu. Ufak miktarlarda bile kesin ölümü açan, özellikle şeytani iksir hızlanması için gerekli olan bitkiler her yerde bol çok bulunduğunda,
You silly doggy.
Avusturya'da yaygındır. Bu zehri bilmenin çok fazla faydası olması beklemeyin çünkü öldürmek dışında hiçbir şey için kullanılmaz. Pitoi kuşu zehri. Bu zehir sadece Pitoi tüyünden ve derisinden edilebildiği için en nadir zehirlerden biridir. Siyah ve... Tamam Osman'cığım, görüşürüz. İyi geceler. Siyah ve sarı renkli olan bu hayvanın kökeni Hitler'in ülkesinin çok ötesine uzanır ve ona dokunmak insan için dikkate değer sorunlar doğurur. Katillerin bu yüzden herhangi bir karışım hazırlamasına gerek kalmaz. Sadece kurbanlar için başlıklar ve kolyeler hazırlamaları yeterli olur. Pitoi tüylerine dokunanlar sıkıca kaslarında bir kancılanmaya gelmek isterler. Bu durum günler sürebilir ve katil kaçması gerekli olan süre tabi. Bu durumlarda zehirlenme gibi için tüyleri yakmak yeterlidir. Ancak talihsiz kişi uzun süre kaynattıktan sonra elde edilen tüyleri özünü tutarsa daha ciddi sonuçlar bekleyebilirsiniz. Bir kere istediğinde kurban önce katlaşır ve kısa süre içinde ölür. Bu nedenle için deniz suyu ithal yaptıklarında bulunur. Donti ondan gelen ezilmiş taşların kullanıldığı bir içecek vakitlice hazırlanmalıdır. Bebek yapan eskisi. Ölüm öpücüğü. Hazdan sonra bu iksir hoş aroması sıradan bir yemek yapma eğilimiyle karıştırılacak. Dolayı sıkça kullanılır. Fakirler arasında bu karışım metalleri altın çeviriyle sayılır. Aa bak bizim şeye benziyor. Bu adam semptomlarına benziyor. Tenin kırmızıya dönüp kapanmasına oluşan bağırsaklar acı bir şekilde her iki uçtan da boşaltır. Aa tam bak bu işte. Ve tırnakları kırılır. Aa evet. Ve sonra ölümün kesin olduğunu anlayabilirsin ama ondan önce zavalladığımı elinin altına koyacağım. Bezoar ile rahatlatabilirsiniz. Hızlı bir tepki olarak sıcak su, sirke ve kusulmasını sağlayabilir. Bu zehri yapmak isterseniz yeni bir ekil kapalı. Evet bizim şeyimiz bu. Ölüm öpücüğü. Öyle öldürmüşler. Ninni.
Right. That's that.
Hadi gidelim.
I should tell Musa what I've learned.
Ne olduğunu anladık. Ölüm öpücüğüymüş.
Did I imagine it? You again? I told you to clear off. Once more, and I'll smash your face in.
But Katz himself sent me. I'm supposed to give a message to Musa.
Then you'll have to shout out the message, because nobody's allowed to see him.
Wouldn't you rather go and have an ale? You won't miss anything here.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. That Moore can look after himself.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertan was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
Biliyorum acı biliyorum. Ölüm öpücüğü.
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book. But if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
Kesinlikle.
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the two guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for even so, it is strange. For months, the people here have been sitting around doing nothing. You have done more in a few days.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying that...
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Still, it's crazy. Slicing people open.
Ooh.
God bless.
Good to see you, friend.
Başka bir şey kaldı mı acaba? Burada bir şey var ama anlayamadım.
Bloody hell.
Şundan bir şey var. Bakayım şu kömüre, bakayım bir şeyler oldu burada. Burada bir şey yok galiba.
Sacre! It was here a moment ago. There's a thief lurking
God
about.
bless.
Same to you.
Hey! You stole that! Look, give up!
Easy now! I surrender!
You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have, and I've received reports of things going missing. Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine, and if I don't find those things on you...
All right, I'll pay. I don't want any trouble.
Now I'll take those stolen items and see if...
Have a look then.
Right. I thought as much. I know this here doesn't belong to you either. All right. That, along with indulgence, should be enough. But I don't want to see anything like that again. We're done here, right?
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. There's nothing here. Moose is definitely not to blame.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins. Greetings, friend.
Greetings to you too.
How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by the powder store recently?
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. Not everyone can get up to that part of the camp. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Chertan was lying.
As far as I know, there were 2 of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Chertan has shut him up for a while.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozav's fallen on hard times. How could anyone drink all this? Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
Bir şey yok galiba.
Hey, you. Have you done something I should know about?
I'm not doing anything. You're doing a great job keeping watch.
You'd better believe it.
The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Oak. And dry as a bone. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark.
Oo.
They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
Aa, bu çakal yapmış. Kim kahve yapmış.
Ugh. Stinks of vomit. I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Ugh, just a broom.
O zaman burayı inceledik değil mi?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Şimdi o zaman burada işimiz bitti. Değil mi? Musa'yı savunmak için. Şu kitabı okuyayım, yeni bir kitap bulmuştum. Evet, güzel oldu bu kitap okuma. Şu çevikliğe verelim. Canlılığa veremiyoruz hala. Tamam.
You silly donkey.
Oh, right. You'll say you agree. You aren't gonna argue with the captain. I know what you're like. Shit scared the whole time.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. If you was a knight, you'd sit on your horse back to front if you thought it would let you retreat faster.
What's the new fella like?
I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. But he's got plenty to say from what I've heard. Crow wanted to tell him to fuck off. But he kept pestering him for so long. In the end, they gave in and let him join up.
Well, then we shall give him a nice warm welcome as soon as possible, eh? The good old New Greenhorn's bath. You'll be desperate to get out of here.
Farewell and take care.
God be with you.
Evet.
Thinking about.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, But as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander Katz at the time when Chertan was stabbed.
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him? From afar?
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have disappeared for a while. Nobody would have noticed him in the dark anyway.
I find that hard to believe. But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by our corporal, Stephen, known as Crow.
What? Me? Fucking hell, Henry.
Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Kadriyi toz çalarken yakaladı.
Crow tried to break into the store to steal powder, but Chertan caught him in the act. A fight broke out, and that's how it ended.
What nonsense! Where's your proof?
There was powder scattered all over the storeroom floor. Crow scattered the powder, but then he had to flee.
Anyone could have done that. Is that the best you can do?
Stop all this shouting! Listening to peasants like you two is painful, so keep it short and to the point. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
In such a short space of time? How?
We do not know for certain.
Have you at least tried to find out if anyone had this poison?
Well, not only did we try, sir. In Crow's tent, I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark. These are used to make a poison known as Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Cats, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grossoff, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be. We could have you tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me! Fuck you, whoreson!
Mercy!
Try that on
I
me.
surrender!
I'll be done with you in a flash.
Bloody
Bash
rat!
him on the head!
Still believe in yourself!
Oh, fuck you!
Blood!
Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. He doesn't deserve to be buried with soldiers who fell for the king. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for all this unpleasantness.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you. You aren't up to running the camp. Under these circumstances, I can't let you remain here unsupervised.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where your inaction brought us. I will take command for the moment.
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. And much more besides. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be happy to leave it to me.
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
I really need to eat something.
Careful. Everything all right, Sir Stibor?
No need to worry. Just because I spent all day sitting on my rear end doesn't mean I've forgotten how to hold a sword.
You're my doggy, eh?
For my part, I could happily have done without this. By the way,
You robbed that dead man! Surrender now!
I surrender!
I won't let you get away with robbing the dead!
All right, I'll pay. I don't want any trouble.
Now, let's have a look at what you've stolen. Show me the goods.
Take a look then.
Good. In that case,
Ne kadar param kaldı benim ya bu arada? 26 binim kalmış.
I feel quite hungry.
Get out of my sight!
No need to worry. Just because I spend all day sitting on my rear end.
You better watch out for me. Got it?
I'm sorry.
Is rotten. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold.
Köpekten başka dinleyen yok adamı.
What are you doing here? It hasn't been safe around here as of late.
I'm not doing anything. You're doing a great job keeping watch.
You'd better believe it.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cumans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
I could go for something to eat now.
Şimdi şeyi değiştirelim.
My humble respect.
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. I still can't believe that Kryle betrayed us. Why the fuck didn't I notice anything earlier?
Ah, don't worry about it. He was one wily bastard.
In any case, the company's missing a corporal now. And I was thinking the post should go to someone capable. You may be new, but you've been a real help to me. And the lads will obey you. I'll make sure of that. What do you say?
What are a corporal's duties?
Not much. I take care of the weapons and powder, and the pay, too. But I need someone on hand who would muster the men, hand out tasks, and so on. The main thing is to make sure nobody slacks off, and not to come running to me with every stupid gripe.
Well, I assume a corporal has better pay.
You'd get a bit more, eh? But don't expect to be building a palace in Old Town Square.
I don't know what to say.
Say yes! What else, you dolt?
It'll be an honor, sir.
You can stick the sir where the sun don't shine. You must know by now I'm not keen on formalities. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Right, Corporal. Order the men to get onto the wagons.
Aye, sir.
Sedlets awaits!
So the devil jumps in from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it,
I've been waiting for you.
What have you found, boy?
I've been waiting for you.
Under us taught. Yeah, don't spare him.
Bakayım güzel bir şeyleri var mı?
Bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
Eyvah yanlışlıkla bütün şeyini aldım ya. Şu bendekileri bir vereyim ona. Sana. Askerine yeni. Şuna vereyim mesela. Bunu vereyim. Bunu vereyim. Oo. Güzel bir şey bu. Hepsini tamamladık mı? Tamam abi, hepsine baktık. Artık İsrail'e konuşabiliriz. Şimdi şu ağır şeyleri de bir atayım hemen hızlıca üstümden. Şimdi patlama. Şunu yere bırakıyorum. Bırakmıyorum. Tamam. 316 kiloya düştü.
That was some bloodbath.
There. What's the matter? It just doesn't seem right. What we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Evet.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
Evet,
Man,
şimdi
you'll
biraz
never
satış
believe
yapalım.
what luck I had yesterday.
Şimdi alttan şöyle ağır bir şeyler alayım satmak için. Şu adama satalım.
Greetings. What brings you...
I'll have a look at the wares.
Al önce sana biraz bir şeyler satayım şöyle.
Selling me stolen wares, eh? I can tell at a glance. That means a lower price, friend. Let's agree on a price.
Here. Plus a bit on top.
Many thanks. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Evet.
Greetings.
Greetings, Henry.
You have a
Did
kind
you have a good
master,
sleep?
eh, Doggy?
Godwin nerede?
Man, you'll never believe what luck I had
Christ,
yesterday.
what's the hold-up?
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? Oh, for Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well,
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff. But I heard what Ada said.
what did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God! I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
We must defeat and capture von Berghoff.
Aye, there's always some we must with you fellas.
Look, if we succeed, we'll free our king.
Who gives a damn about some king?
Everyone.
Where's that beer?
He'll drive Sigismund away and end the war.
Ha! You lot, and your big plans.
What's the matter? You didn't mind what we were doing until now. And all of a sudden...
Until now we chose our foe. One we stood a chance against. And engaged them when we had an edge. And for some time now we've been getting into wilder and wilder enterprises. But go. If you must. And try not to die there. Damn it. In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal. That's where we'll meet.
So, mon ami.
Greetings, sir. I'll have a look at the... I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Will you join our attack on Malashov?
You'll attack? I hope it won't be too bad, will it? But I've heard Zizka knows how to deal with von Bergo.
So I can count on you?
Unfortunately, Zizka got here before you. I'm to take Catherine to Zuchtdal.
Well, that's a serious thing. I don't know if you're up to the task by yourself, mate.
Exactly. I'd rather go into battle.
And then listen to an angry Catherine, right?
Aye, something like that. In any case, break a leg, Henry. I hope you get that bastard soon.
How's it going, fella?
This region is a...
Aye. That's why everyone minds...
Not far from Grund here, I found a nice little horse. So, I take him to the farm, and there's some high and mighty fella there.
And you just handed it over to him and thank...
Actually, I suggested he play a game of dice.
It's a wonder he didn't have you locked up straight away.
Well, that came next. But lucky for me... God bless you, sir.
All right. Here. Good day to you.
I assume you won't be joining our offensive, right?
Under other circumstances, I would avoid battle. You're right, but this is personal. Otto von Berghoff is responsible for that slaughter in Kuttenberg. It was he who advised Sigismund to attack my people.
So you want revenge?
They plundered the synagogue, murdered dozens of people. That Mamsa must pay.
Aferin sana,
I will
hoşuma
play
gitti.
with him like a cat with a mouse. He will beg for mercy, for
Helal
a
olsun
quick
sana.
death.
I understand how you feel. Once I get my hands on Markvart, there's no telling what I'll do.
I'm going to kill von Berghoff. Even if Shiska is against it. Fuck him.
Evet,
It
bence
was
de
I
haklı.
who got the money for everything. So no one is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. What about you? Why are you willing to fight?
I too want to get revenge on von Berghoff.
For tricking you two?
Aye, for that too. But, to put it bluntly, someone has to stop him. He betrayed the king, and he should hang. And if there's anyone that can get him, then it's Zizka and the devil. That's why I'm going with them to Malashov. Where'd you learn how to shoot so well?
Well, where would you say? It wasn't in the royal palace with that fleshy master archer. You can be sure of that. It's the result of years of practice. You'll soon find out live targets are the best. And if they have two legs. But I have to admit, each year it gets harder. That's why I need to drink so much. When I'm properly... And then My aim's like when...
A bit longer without food, and I'll really... What awaits us at Malashov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle, in the best case scenario. Things go to fucking hell, and our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well. This really won't be easy.
I'm ready. For anything.
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
I'll wait with you. How about we knock back a few cold ones in the meantime?
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear head. But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
10 saat bekliyormuşuz. Bayağı da varmış.
So I say him, what do you expect when you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he